Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips, Action Auto Parts, and there he is. The dog, the myth, the legend, Barney Google. Well, we're walking down. I had an interesting yesterday. I was going to get the tires on my Kubota aired up. Now here's the scenario there. It's 3 years old. The tires has got some slow leaks or whatever. After a week or something, they'll go down, or a few days. And I've just been trying to get through this year's mowing season, and then this late winter, early spring, I'll go put new ones on it, and then that way the new ones aren't setting all winter and get a flat spot or something in them. So even though it was up in the mid-90s, I was going to try to mow some later yesterday. And so I get on my mower, I ease it in the back where Odell, my service truck's sitting, which has the generator and the little compressor. And generator would start, it'd run about 10 seconds and die. So it may be a little low on oil, but the low oil indicating light wasn't coming on. So when I couldn't find no oil, so I said, well, okay. So I put the little bitty compressor, the drop cord, on the deck of the mower, and I drive it down here to the cabin because I got the generator down here. This generator fires right up, it runs great. Plug the cord in, and the compressor won't work. Now, I don't know what's happened, because last time they were both used a few weeks ago, they both were working great, the generator in the Odell and the little compressor. So I said, well, I guess it ain't meant for me to mow. So I went to Harbor Freight last night and bought a little pancake compressor and some hoses and stuff. But I got to looking, and they had one over there, which was it was more than double what the pancake one was, but it's got the battery cable clips, and you hook it to your battery, and it comes with a shorter rubber hose with an air meter in it, or the little yellow one that coils in. And so me and Barney pulled down here this morning and shot some air in both of the tires with it, and it worked great. I was kind of impressed with it. But I've got a doctor's appointment with my cardiologist at 2:30 in Somerset, so it's about 11:30. I told Crystal, I said, well, I'm going to go out and try to get a few things done. So I did get the tires aired up on the mower, and I'm going to just drove my truck back up there earlier, and then I've walked in here to get the mower. But I had a customer came, and he bought the two front door panels and the console out of that 2007 Dodge Dakota, so that was already good. Made a decent little lick this morning. But I got to get down here on these little old sprouty things and get some of them knocked down. Now, I can raise the deck up on my mower and get a lot of them, but here's the cabin. If I know some of y'all have seen multiple videos of it, but anyway, me and the wife, I had a girl clean it here a few weeks ago. So I'm sure still got some cobwebs in it now, but at least it was cleaned up pretty good. But if it would start to cool back down at night, we're wanting to come out here and spend the night in it. But, even though it's shaded good, if it gets to 95 and only going to get down to 72 at night, that's not really comfortable for me. So we're going to wait here maybe. And she's on vacation this week, which would have worked out great. But we're probably going to wait just another little bit, week or two, and it starts getting down into the 60s at night. We can open up the window in there and got the fan and stuff. I had intended on getting some storm doors for it, which I still got to finish second coat of the black. And I wanted to try to find black storm doors and put one on each, the front door and the back door here, so we could leave those open and they'd have screens in them to keep the bugs out. But I hadn't got to that point yet. But I'm going to get on the mower and try to mow for about an hour or so and go home and take another shower and then go to the doctor. And then I think we're going to go to Apple Orchard or something down that way. But Barney has had his can of food this morning and some bacon strips and some belly rubs. So he's kind of in pretty good shape right now, ain't you, Barnes? I tell you what, I know I've said it before, but I was watching him this morning standing up. His back legs are kind of weak acting, and he leans a little bit, but once he gets going, he kind of still moves around pretty good. I've got to put some more flea medicine on him too. I keep meaning to bring some scissors or something just to try to thin his hair down. It'll probably be gapped all to pieces, but Daddy keeps forgetting I'm not a bub. So it's what's going on this morning. Made a little money. Going to try to mow a little grass. It's already gotten hot, and then go to the doctor and spend the afternoon with my wonderful, beautiful wife, and then tomorrow or either tonight we get back. It cools down. I may come back out and finish mowing the whole farm. What I don't get mowed here in a little bit, but I thought every bit I can get a head start on would be good. And then, like I said, either get in here with a weed eater or something, just knock these little sprouts down. It don't get too bad down here where we've cleaned it all out and it's shaded, but still you get a lot of limbs. They need to be picked up, where they blow them when we get some wind up here and it blows them out of the trees. Barney, you ready to go back up top of the hill, bubs? Huh? Okay. All righty. Then I guess that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, that's a hill. It may not look like it from here, but when you go walking up out of here, it's a little bit of a rise. Well, I'm just going to leave that old junk. Well, I say junk. It still might be a simple fix, but that little compressor down here for right now and the drop cord. I've got to get, and I've seen some people on YouTube do it. You know, I wanted my generator house. My first thought process was make it, where critters and stuff like that couldn't get in it. And it's not it's not that way right now, but it gets too hot. So I seen one guy had taken like an exhaust fan that you would put in your bathroom, fart fan, and he put it like in the back wall or the side wall or whatever, and mounted it, and then just run a cord over and plugged it into his generator. So when you started the generator, it automatically kicked on and it would blow the heat out. So I'd like to get that done. So, because when you have both of these doors closed, you don't really hear it hardly at all in the cabin. You don't hear it real bad if the TV's on, but that would help quieten it down a little bit. And then maybe like back in that corner, I could put something there just to keep maybe a potential rodent getting up in there. But there again, it's just one of those things on the punch list that may or may not get punched anytime soon. You all give me a thumbs up, please, and leave a comment. And hey, guys at Poor Man's Speed Shop, that was a pretty cool deal. You sold that motor and trans out of that Mustang for a pretty good price. I was impressed. Y'all got good out of that. And I can't wait to see what you do with the little car when you V8 swap it and all that kind of stuff. So congrats on that. I was watching that video this morning. But I'm going to wrap this up and get up here and try to sling some grass, I guess. Oh, real quick. Me turn this around here. So last night, I get a call from the neighbor that lives in the back of the junkyard. Her and her husband's got a big pole barn building, and it's really, really nice, and they got an apartment in it. And then they got room for their Harleys and all that kind of stuff. And she calls me, and it's done getting about dusty dark, and she said, one of your chickens is in my building, and she was scared of it. And I said, what color is it? And she said it was black, and I said, it's Wheezy. And she said, well, she's sitting on the Harley, and he's got like 6 or 7 Harleys. I was like, oh, God, Wheezy, don't poop on it. So I'll be right there. So I jump in the truck, and I just go back their driveway, and sure enough, there's old Wheezy sitting back there. She had gotten off of it, but sitting beside one of the Harley Davidsons. And so I walk over, and she moves a little bit, but I pick her up because she's not real wild. And when they go to roost, they're a little scared to do a lot. So I pick her up, and when she starts squawking a little bit, big old Cocky Balboa was on the other side of the garage, way up high on a shelf. And poor old Angie, it scared her to death. And she started running. I said, he won't bother you. I'll be right back. So I cut through the tree line, bring Wheezy over to that orange box bed thing. And I said, here, y'all stay in here tonight. And I set her up in there, and I said, now don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. So I go back over, and he's still in there hollering where I had her all upset. So I reach up and just grab him by his legs. Of course, he's a flapping, and once I got him calmed down, I had my hand under his chest, breast part there, and still had his both legs in my right hand. And he quit. He didn't fight me. He didn't cluck or nothing. And I said, Angie, I promise they won't bother you. So if you got to take a broom and run them out of here, they won't bother you. And she said, I don't know, it scared me. But so I carry that sucker back over, put him up in the box bed. Well, then Wheezy's done left. And he stayed in. He climbed up and got up on some stuff. And I don't know where she went, but then I got here this morning. And when I went up on the hill with that guy to that Dodge Dakota for those panels and console, here they come running for their treats. And so, yeah, them daggone chickens are a trip, man, I tell you. You can see it doesn't take much to entertain me. Y'all have a great one. Like I said, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.